Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our second segment of the day. Um, this one is going to be all about IndyCar. They have one race left, and I'm not going to forget it like I did the other one. Um, they have their final race coming up September 11th. I actually
That's
have a time
close.
for this one. 3 p.m. Eastern Time on NBC, and it is the Firestone Grand Prix of Monterey. Um, it is at Laguna Seca, which is an incredible track, and
Does it
it's
have
always
water?
near water, I think.
Okay.
It does have one of like the highest elevation changes in racing.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's cool.
Um, so yeah, it has been quite the year in IndyCar. That is for sure. I think we've had more off-track drama than we have on-track drama with the whole Alex Palou, Chip Ganassi, McLaren situation, which I do have kind of an update on.
Love that.
They have, because, there was the whole back and forth with who he's driving for, and nobody was budging or really saying anything.
It's because
and
it's
then it
actually
was,
us.
yeah, we hired Alex. It's our team that you guys don't know about yet. Surprise!
We had to say hush hush about it.
We actually were the winners of the lottery when it was like $1 billion.
Yeah, and
Race
then
team.
we bought a team, and that's our first person that we're signing.
Like, no joke though, one of the things I wanted to do if we would have won, I wanted to finance a team. Like that's like my dream. Actually, my new thing is I should have said this in the last one, but I would love for like a weekend to be team principal, like in IMSA, because IndyCar seems hard. I mean, IMSA's hard too, but I feel like IMSA would have more like play and like willingness to let me do this. I don't think IndyCar would.
Fair. Okay.
I would just love to be team principal for a weekend because I think it would be so fun and I think it'd be good at it.
What I don't know what that does. What do they do?
You just kind of like oversee everything and like make decisions.
Okay. That seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could do
like
that.
you have your engineers and your spotters, but team principals are kind of like overseeing everybody.
I think you'd be good at that.
Oh, thanks. I mean, you and I talk about this, but I feel like I get a lot of my like people managing skills and things that have like helped me in real life from my dad because he is in charge of a lot of people at work, so he kind of like has the basics and like all the stuff down pat pretty much because he's been in his job for literally like 40 years.
For 400 years.
Literally. But I feel like I think it'd be super fun. So if there's a team out there, it doesn't have to be like a top tier team. If there's like any team out there, just anyone that wants to let me like do this and is cool with like me documenting it for the show,
that'd be fun.
Let's do it. I'll bring Emu. We'll have fun.
Yeah. Where are we going? It has to be near me.
I don't know.
I'm not taking a plane.
You don't have to.
So it has to be somewhere near me.
I'll get you an RV and someone to drive you.
That would be cool, actually. I would.
Right? It'd be so fun.
Yeah.
Maybe we could go together. Depends where it is.
You fly to me, we get an RV, we drive to wherever it is.
Yeah.
Perfect. Love that idea.
Perfect. Let's go.
Okay. Sounds good. The logistics are already in place.
Exactly. This is what it's going to be like when you and I finally get a chance to race each other in shitty cars on a racetrack. Like, I'm going to fly to you and we're going to have to drive somewhere.
Fair. That's fine.
Actually, there's one or two people, there's one person specifically, but a second person maybe that I would be cool with asking to be a part of that, because you and I need driver coaches to do this.
Yes.
Because all of my racetrack experience really is just with drag racing in the straight line. I have very limited road course experience. And to my knowledge, I don't think you've ever driven around a racetrack.
Nope. I had to think about it.
So if you just casually took the Prius for a weekend and forgot.
Actually, Kira, I've been on a racetrack multiple times.
It's like, what if you just hadn't told me you're like actually like SCCA champion for your region?
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
But I think it would be genuinely like that is the dream, like for us to like race each other on some random racetrack somewhere with some random cars. But yeah, we definitely need driver coaches.
Yeah, I don't trust myself.
No, and it's just like a better thing to like just so you feel more comfortable.
Right.
And that's obviously the most important part is that both of us feel comfortable.
Exactly.
And I obviously would want to do this. Here's the thing. We would need to find a car that's like in the middle of the road for what we want. Because you're like, let's drive Priuses. And I'm like, Ferraris?
No!
So we need to find something in the middle that we're both comfortable with. Because I'm putting you behind the wheel of a Ferrari.
Ah, yes. Halfway between a Ferrari and a Prius.
There are things. It would probably be like...
A Jeep.
No, that would roll. I don't know, like whatever they use in like the lower classes for the IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge, like TCR, like those kind of like hot hatches, like, you know, hatchbacks or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably what it would end up being.
A hearse.
No.
Oh. They have a hatchback. Actually, no, I think they have a door back.
They have a door back. But yeah, that's, I think that would be like so fun. We could film it for this and then we could just put it on our YouTube channel because we have a YouTube channel for the podcast.
Yes.
All of these that we do today are gonna end up there.
Amazing. Not gonna lie, I feel like Prius racing would get lots of views, Kira.
Well, we can do that too. But I wanted to we can do it over like 2 or 3 days.
Right. Different
have
cars.
Like a day where we go out and we test like the first day and get more comfortable, and then like early morning and the second and third days we're in the different cars kind of learning, and then afternoon we just bosh it out.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. I feel like it would be great.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we went a little far from our original target.
We did. Yes, that was a bit of a sidetrack. It
was fine. It was like we just drove on the part of the track that like it exists, but for this particular race they like put cones around it so you can't go there, but we did it anyway.
Yeah. We said, fuck your cones. We're going this way. Shortcut.
Oh, exactly.
Long cut.
Literally. How long is... Oh, it was only like...
It was only like... Yeah, it was like a 5-minute tangent. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well,
IndyCar.
Oh, yes. The September 11th?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the professionalism part I was talking about the first episode. Yeah, we're going to do like what we did in the last one. If you didn't watch that and you were like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? We went through the full season, all of the winners, and actually for this one we're gonna talk about the points because it matters.
Okay.
So, first race of the year, Firestone GP of St. Petersburg, Scott McLaughlin.
In the arms of an angel? No?
Yeah, Sarah McLaughlin's New Zealand cousin.
They should put angel wings on the car. It'd be silly.
Oh my god. Second race of the season, the Expel 375, Joseph Newgarden. Honda Indy GP of Alabama, Pato O'Ward. GMR GP, Colton Herta. Indy 500, Marcus Ericsson. Neither of us predicted that one.
True.
Chevrolet Detroit GP, Will Power. Soncio GP at Road America, Joseph Newgarden. Honda Indy 200 at Mid-Ohio, Scott McLaughlin. Honda Indy Toronto, Scott Dixon. HighVDeals.com 250, which, yes, I wrote all of these out by hand.
I think they need to work on that race name a little bit.
Well, it was okay. So they were at Iowa, which is my favorite oval, as we all discussed. um, and Hy-Vee is based in Iowa, so they went all out. Like the track was like covered in branding, and it was glorious.
That's fine, but why do they
Yeah, it
have
was
to
like
insert the .com? I think that's excessive. People know what
it's a
Hy-Vee
little
is.
like go to our website.
Go to our website right now.
Yeah.
Here's the URL.
Exactly. Joseph Newgarden won that one, and then it was a doubleheader weekend. So the next day was the Hy-Vee Salute to Farmers 300.
Already better. That one, you
Yes.
know what? It's a point up for me. I like that one better already.
Had an award. You wouldn't have liked watching it because they were very long.
Yeah, exactly. True.
Gallagher GP, Alexander Rossi. Big Machine Music City GP, Scott Dixon. Bomarito Automotive Group 500.
You know,
they always have Jonathan Bomarito, the owner and like CEO, do like the command, and it's a wild time. He is a very interesting man.
The more you read the names of these races out in order, back to back, I think they need to hire someone to, actually think of official, like, fun names for the races. They're just
that is also one of your things, isn't it?
It is. It's just like the same with team names. They need team names, like fun team names, not just like their actual names. That's boring.
Sure.
We get it. They should have legitimate, like, all the numbers and all those things like that. It all just blends in my mind. I don't remember a single
because
one.
that doesn't mean anything to you. The numbers don't mean anything to you.
No, that means nothing to me. I mean, it means it's probably longer. That's all I know. And I feel like it would bring so much more excitement if it was like the Razzle Dazzle 500. I couldn't say it with a straight face. I couldn't do it.
Razzle Dazzle 500.
The Star Spangled 500.
Ooh, that's a good one.
There you go. See, that sounds more like NASCAR, though.
Well, I mean, they do race sometimes on 4th of July weekend, so that would be a fun one.
Amazing. See, that should be my job. Hire me. Whatever one would be willing to that wants funner team. Nope. Well, team names and race names.
Yes, someone hire Emu. She's full of great ideas.
This is my formal application and resume. You won't get anything else.
Exactly the way it should be.
Exactly. Simply, I state the good idea, and then they hire me for it. I think it works that way.
That's how it should work.
Yeah.
They should at least send you a bottle of alcohol.
As long as it's not tequila.
True.
Okay, next race.
The next one is the last one they had, the most recent, which was the GP of Portland, which I forgot about. I forgot they've only been coming back to Portland for a couple years. So I forgot about it. And then it was the same weekend as the NHRA was in Indy, so I couldn't have gone if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But one of these years I'm going to go because Portland is a really cool track, and my dad has been to IndyCar there, and he's been to IMSA there before it was IMSA, when it was American Le Mans. You got to say it like that.
Yeah. Facts.
But I've never been there before for anything. I mean, I've been at drag strips in Portland, but I've never been to this track. They had they had NASCAR there a couple months ago. Not like the top series, the one that's under it.
Yeah.
And that was fun. I watched that. It was like raining and it was just like chaos. It was kind of fun. But yeah, Scott McLaughlin won that one. Here's why the points matter, okay? So you can get 54 points total in a race weekend, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that's just how they structure it. There are 5 people that can still win the championship, which going into it like this late in the year with one race left, 5 still vying for it is a lot. So Will Power is leading. He has 523 points. Then Joseph Newgarden, he has 503 points. Scott Dixon, who also has 503 points. Marcus Ericsson at 484, and Scott McLaughlin at 482. So, and they're Team Penske, Chip Ganassi, Team Penske. So either Roger or Chip is going to come home with another championship at the end of the year, which is cool. So, let me. Oh, shaking the whole thing. Let me get the official prediction sticky notepad.
Oh my gosh. So official.
This one's red. This
Love
is the
it.
one, like the last one I have to use. It's like the color I like the least. Now I have to use it before I buy more. So here's what I want to do, because actually I think I'm going to do this again too. There are obviously, oh, clicked on the wrong thing. There are a lot of teams and drivers, not just those that are obviously in the top 5. So literally anyone could win. So you could pick someone to win the race and someone else to win the championship is what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying, yes.
Yeah. We can go with this one, I guess, but I'm going to just mention that there are drivers that are not eligible for this. Because this list is from openwheel.com, and it's just like literally every single driver that's competed this season. So there are specific things. Oh, I didn't mention, since we're talking about Scott McLaughlin, he announced a long-term contract extension with Team Penske today, which is super exciting.
Yay.
So big congrats to Scotty Mac.
Congratulations.
He and Joseph Newgarden have their podcast, the Bus Bros, that you can watch on YouTube. It's super fun because they're chaotic. Like us.
True.
Okay, so you can't pick Tony, obviously. You can't pick JPM. You can't pick Tatiana or Jared Hildebrand. I think you could maybe pick, as far as I think Simona Di Silvestro down here, I heard was potentially entered into this race, so you could pick her. You can't pick Santino Ferrucci or Sage Karam or Stefan Wilson. No Ed Carpenter. And no Marco Andretti. But I'll go back to the top and let you kind of like look at everyone. So you can pick
a lot of people.
Newgarden, McLaughlin, Dalton Kellett, Pato, Elio, my fave. Rosenquist, Erickson, Dixie, Alex, Will Power, Kyle Kirkwood, Graham Rahal, who is expecting a second child with Courtney Force. She is very pregnant. So hopefully she doesn't have the baby until after the race.
Hopefully.
But yeah, they elected to, they have a daughter, Harlan, who is so cute. But they elected not to know the gender of this baby ahead of time. So it's going to be interesting.
Surprise.
Yeah, I could never. I would need to know just so I could buy stuff and plan. But
yeah, fair.
Yeah, but honestly, my hat is off to people who can wait. I could never. You can pick David Malukas, Connor Daly, who I mentioned caught on fire last week.
True. That did happen.
Yeah, he was okay, but because it's not uncommon for there to be just like a little bit of fire after the fueling, which is why they like spray it down. But this one like really caught on fire and it like climbed into the cockpit, so his shoulder was like a little bit warm, he said.
Mm.
But he was fine. But it did actually, the fire like burned up the clutch of the car and they had to retire early,
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
which was unfortunate for
Yeah.
them. You can pick VK. Colton, Rossi, Roman Grosjean, person I'm not mentioning, Christian Lundgaard, Jack Harvey, Jimmy Sato,
Johns.
Jim Johns. Oh, Jesus.
Pagano.
I need to not have my phone right there if it's going to vibrate like that. If you guys can hear that, I'm sorry. Yeah, Simon Pagano or Callum Ilott.
And I'm picking
You're
how
picking,
many?
so
Just the two, the winner of the race and the champion of
winner of the race and the champion.
Okay. Well, champion, I have a feeling is going to be one of the top two, probably.
So Power or Newgarden?
Yes.
Technically, the top two was also the top three because Scott Dixon and Joseph Newgarden have the same amount of points.
True. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Did any of the three win last season?
Last season's champion was Alex Palou.
Okay.
Which is why the Chip Ganassi stuff is extra awkward.
I'm going to guess the champion will be Dixon.
Okay.
And then the winner of the race will be
You need me to scroll on the other page?
Yes.
Where's the bottom for this? There.
I'm gonna guess Grosjean.
Ooh, okay. What do I think? I have been, it's funny. I was said last weekend because the last kind of like 20 from like lap 24 or when there was 24 laps left in the race to the end, that's like really when it got like shit was going down. And I was watching it with my dad and I was like, this is why I could never, like Emu and I could never do live commentary on race days, because I was over there like freaking out and like like wanting, like that's when like the personal side came out and I'm like yelling and he's like, yeah, you couldn't do that.
Nope. You have too many biases.
A little. Like obviously I do push them aside like when I'm in like full professional mode, but when I'm just like watching
in the heat of
like,
the moment,
yeah. I also swear a lot when I watch racing.
True.
Which you and I, like, we swear on the show, but I just like let it fly. Okay. So I don't know. I do. I think. I think things, which is what makes this tough.
Good thinking.
I think that if willpower qualifies well, and I don't think he would even necessarily have to, he just has to finish in front of the couple people behind him. I think if he qualifies well and he doesn't like fall back really far, I think he could win.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I'm gonna pick him because my personal side has been wanting Dixie to win for like the last 5 races.
Yeah, yeah.
But do I go double Dixon, which is what I think, what I would like, or do I do something else just for, shits and giggles for controversy for the show?
I feel like you should just go for whatever you think is true.
I think it's going to be Scott Dixon. I do. I think he's going to be champion, and I think he's going to win the race.
Oh, you both?
Yeah.
There you go.
What we're going with. Yeah. I locked it in now. I wrote it in pen. I can't erase it.
Nope. It's the law of the land now.
It is. This will join the other one, and we will hear from this one
sooner
in a few days.
Yeah.
Checking the time, how long this episode's been. We're doing pretty good for tangenting. So yeah, I think that might wrap this one up, and we have one more left. We're gonna go into our big NHRA countdown special. But yeah, I think. Oh yeah, I didn't ask you. Yes. This has been also your first kind of pretty much full season of IndyCar. What do you think?
They also go very fast.
They do.
And
has there been more drama than you thought with like things that we've talked about on the show, and then things that I've been talking to you about?
Yes, it's a little bit spicier than expected.
Yeah.
But I'm always down for the spice. I do enjoy that.
Of course.
And there was a little bit more fire. But not as much fire as a different one. But the other one is more prone to fire. So it's fine.
There you go. So
there you go.
There you go.
Amazing.
I think that's very fair. Fair assessment of what's been happening. Oh gosh. I'm not going to say anything stupid like I did about our picks for last time, because Chip Ganassi is one of the few people in racing that like intimidates me a little bit. So I don't want to be like, if I pick you, send me merch or anything like that, because I would never. Like, so stupid. Like, that's just too much for me. Like, I would die. But yeah, if Dixie wins, it'll be his 7th championship, and he's been going after records this year, and he's one of those people, like, for me, I know, like, obviously there's people that don't like him, but for me, you can't help but, like, root for him, because I think he's nice, and I think he's fun, and I love the little interactions that, like, him and his wife and his family have, because he has a young family, and his wife Emma is great. It's always really interesting to see, like, especially at the Indy 500, like, how the IndyCar wives react, and she's always, like, the sweetest. So, and everyone says great things about her. So I think they're just like a really cute family unit, and that makes them easier to root for.
That's fair.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that is going to wrap it up for this one. We will know the results of this very soon.
Very soon.
And we will see how right or wrong we were.
We'll see.
We shall see. Oh, I gotta hear it. So yeah. We also want to know your predictions for this. Like I said And the last one, tweet me, Instagram, whatever. Leave a comment somewhere. And we want to know your reasonings too. So send video submission. We'll show them on the show.
Just a compilation.
Can you imagine?
That'd be probably a long stream.
Well, depending on how many we get, we could just get one.
True.
And it's someone just yelling, Dixon!
Dixon! Honestly,
can someone do that? Please, someone do that.
That'd be great.
That would be the best. Obviously, with permission, we would show it. We're not going to dox anyone.
True.
If that happens. But yeah, we will see you next time, and we will be back in a few minutes for our last segment of the day.
Yay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.